Hey everybody, wanted to do a recording for you on, a couple, 3 winters ago I started calling some of these storms high impact storms. And first of all, let me explain that because some people have some questions about that. What I mean by that is it's a larger storm, could have a big impact on a large part of the country and an impact on us, whether that be our travel plans, our daily plans that we may have. This could be either with a lot of wind or thunderstorms or heavy rain, possibly winter weather of some sort. So basically meaning a storm that is going to change possibly your plans. And I see a possible high impact storm coming next week. Target time for us would be about the 9th and 10th. Maybe lingers to the 11th a little bit. But I'm not going to go into great detail because we're still a week away. Literally, it's a week from the time I'm recording this. But I'm going to show you the 3 different models, and I'm going to show you that there's general consistency of a larger storm, but we just can't pin down exactly, the rain, snow area yet or the severe weather area just yet, but it's something we're looking at. So again, I like to keep you informed. High impact storms, meaning it's probably going to have a big impact on a lot of the country and an impact on us as well. The first map I'm going to show you, though, I don't want to skip over this weekend event because there is a southern branch storm this weekend, which could bring some light rain or snow to the area anytime from Saturday to Sunday morning. I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's more south and east of here, but I did want to show you one map on that. This is the GFS model for about 10 a.m. on Saturday. And again, you can see the brunt of it is south and east of here, but we may have a little bit of some light rain or snow to start the weekend. Now we're going to go and talk about the potential bigger storm. Same model, the GFS. This is 7 a.m. next Tuesday. Deep area of low pressure in southern Missouri with rain. Basically, it looks like about I-70. And then north of that, heavy snow. And by the way, those lines you see, those are called isobars. Those are lines of equal pressure. And the more tightly packed they are, the stronger the wind. So there'll be wind with this system as well. It's going to be a big wind producer. So this is about 7 a.m. next Tuesday. This is 10 a.m. next Tuesday. Again, the GFS model, and it's got the low over about the St. Louis area. That would be a very heavy band of snow across central Missouri and central Illinois with wind. This is about 1 p.m. on Tuesday. The low lifts up near Springfield, Illinois. This would easily have us well within the warm sector, and it would be rain and the snow northwest of here. And now this is about 4 p. Tuesday, the low getting up in northern Indiana. We would still be in the warm sector, but the cold is wrapping around. And you can see that there, according by this model, there could be a lot of snow and wind across central and northern Illinois, again, during Tuesday of next week. And this would be at about 10 p.m. next Tuesday night. As colder air wraps in behind it, it would change us over to some snow. So the GFS model track would put the heaviest snows west and northwest of here, us in the warmer sector, which would mean rain predominantly, changing to snow as it ends. This is the Canadian model, same time period, 7 a.m. on Tuesday. The track is farther to the northwest, keeping the snow across Iowa and northern Illinois into Wisconsin and Minnesota. Again, that's early on Tuesday morning. This would be about 1 p.m. on Tuesday in the afternoon. This, again, keeps us in the warmer sector with the wind and the rain and a big-time snowstorm up around Rockford, Illinois, back into Iowa. And now this would be about 7 p.m. on Tuesday. The low deepens, goes up over Lake Michigan. And as it wraps colder air in, we could see our rain changing into some snow. But again, it has the vast majority of the big snows northwest of here. This would then be about midnight or so Tuesday night. We go to all snow, but the storm is moving away, so it would be lighter amounts of snow, but still some wind behind this as well. But you can see it's going to encompass a large part of the eastern portion of the United States, and it's going to be a very strong area of low pressure. This is the European model, the latest run that I had of it, which went out that far. This is about 1 p.m. on Tuesday. This one looks a little bit disorganized at this time. It would definitely have us in the warmer air, but it doesn't have much snow. This one starts to get some more snow on the backside of it at about midnight on Tuesday, and that low, 976 millibars, that's extremely low. As a matter of fact, that would be, if you have a barometer, you see that low pressure there in northwestern Pennsylvania, that would be 28.82 inches of mercury. That would be extremely low. So it changes us from rain to snow on Tuesday night. So the kind of same general consensus on these, but the bottom line is it's a big storm, a lot of wind, a lot of rain. There'll be severe weather south, and there'll be some snow heavy wherever the northwest track of the low goes. So I wanted to show you the pressure, the air pressure that's predicted by these systems. This is the GFS at 1 p.m. on Tuesday near Springfield, Illinois, 982 millibars. And so those of you who are more familiar with inches of mercury, that would be 29 inches of mercury. I mean, that's extremely, extremely low pressure. This is the Canadian, also near the same position, 986 millibars, which again is exactly the same, about 29 inches of mercury. And then this was the European, which we kind of talked about this, that 976 millibar over there in far northwestern Pennsylvania would be, what was that, 28.82 inches of mercury. I mean, that would be extremely strong storm. So they all have a strong storm coming up over this area and producing rain, snow in places, and then changing to snow. But the wind is also going to be a factor with us. And I wanted to show you just one of the models on the wind. This is the GFS model wind forecast for 7 a.m. on Tuesday. Now, these are wind gusts, not the steady wind, but the wind gust. And it has wind gusts here in this area, you know, in the 40 to 45 mile per hour range. Look at the wind out in Kansas and Oklahoma behind the system. I mean, over 50 miles per hour. 7 Tuesday, same model at about 10 a.m. on Tuesday. It's still got wind gusts here around 40 miles per hour, give or take. And then I think I got one more, yeah. This is about midnight Tuesday night as the low starts to pull north of here. Our winds are coming in from the northwest now, remember, and we're still gusting at 40 miles per hour. So it's going to be a wind producer across a large part of the country, including here as well, in addition to the precipitation. So definitely a storm system that we're going to be keeping an eye on, a high impact storm. It looks like for us Tuesday into part of the day Wednesday. I'll wrap up with a couple quick things here. This is a long-term teleconnection called the AO, or the Arctic Oscillation. When it's negative, it tends to be cold, and the more negative, the colder in the eastern part of the country. And look at the tail end of that, and you can't see part of that behind my thing there, but I mean, it tanks down very low. That would indicate more cold is coming as we head through the middle and the end of this month. And this is called the NAO, or the North Atlantic Oscillation. Again, the more negative it goes, generally the colder in this part of the country, and especially when the AO is also negative. The idea is that the second half of winter is definitely looking colder and more opportunities for snow as we head through time. So those of you who like winter, you know, your part of winter is going to be the second half of winter. So here's 7-day forecast for you then. Things look relatively quiet through this week. We got to watch the southern storm on Saturday and early Sunday with some rain and snow possible. Right now we're thinking Tuesday for us it would be rain showers, but again it depends on the track of the storm, and a lot of wind in there Tuesday and Wednesday. It's something we'll watch and keep you updated on as we get closer.